Welcome back, students, to the second part of our video of the lesson number 5 winds. Now I'm going to explain you the figure 5.2. Its explanation is on page number 22, but the figure is on 21. So present, you just pay attention towards the figure on page number 21. Let us see in the figure. Just first take it into understanding that what does the red arrow and blue arrow stands for. Red arrow stands for original direction of air. Okay, then that is how the air blows from high pressure to low pressure. Then the blue the blue arrow, which is curved shape, it is standing for change direction because of rotation. So how the original winds are blowing, how the original air is moving, and how due to the rotation of the earth it is going to change its direction, that we are going to learn in this figure 5.2. Also, you can see on the earth's surface, you can see the areas are marked with high pressure and low pressure. The latitudes are marked, okay, that is 30 degree to 60 degree. You can see 30 degrees high pressure, 60 degrees again low pressure. Then equator, it is low pressure. 30 degrees south, it is high pressure, and 60 degrees south, it is low pressure. Okay, so let us now understand what actually they are trying to say us. So come to the page number 22. When we consider the earth as a whole, we find that I have already explained you the first paragraph on the top, page number 22. Then come to the second paragraph. When we consider the earth as a whole, we find the direction of the winds is influenced by the rotation of the earth. So as we go on studying, when we consider the earth planet, we see the directions of the winds are influenced, they are changing due to what? Due to the rotation of the earth. So let us see how these changes happen and in what direction the winds are changing. Let us see first in the northern hemisphere. Please, you can turn your page in the figure. I'm explaining there now. 5.2 figure. See, from the from 30 degree north to 60 degree north, can you see the red arrow is pointing upwards? That means we have studied already that air moves from high pressure to low pressure. So from 30 degree north to 60 degree north, the red arrow pointing upwards show that the wind is blowing, the air is blowing from in the upward direction, that is from high pressure to low pressure. Then you can see the deflected arrow, that is blue color, it is curved, yes, that is called deflected. So it is deflected towards the right, yes. So the winds are deflected towards the right. Why the direction of the air is changing here? Due to the rotation of the earth. Again, then you can see from the equator, yes, now 30 degree to 0 degree, the red arrow is pointing downwards. If you invert the book, you can see it is the air is blowing from where? High pressure to low pressure. So it is from 30 degree towards the equator. So you can invert the book and see that in the northern hemisphere it is coming from 30 degree to 0 degree, that is from 30 degree latitude towards the equator. Red arrow is pointing towards the equator. Then how is it getting deflated? How it is changing the direction? So the direction is changed, it is again towards the right. You should invert the book, then only you will see that the blue curved surface, the blue line is deflated towards the right. So in short, what do we studied? That in the northern hemisphere, whatever be the direction of the wind, yeah, it is upward or downward, but the change direction is always towards the right. Okay, so in the northern hemisphere, the winds are changing direction in the towards the right. So let us read that point in the paragraph now on page number 22. In the northern hemisphere, winds get deflected towards the right of their original direction. Whereas in the southern hemisphere, now let us have again look towards the figure 5.2 and let us study on the southern hemisphere. See, first from 30 degrees south to 60 degrees south, the winds are blowing. You can see from high pressure to low pressure. See the arrow, you can invert the book and see it is pointing towards the 60 degree red arrow. Yes, from 30 degree to 60 degree, right? And then the deflected arrow, you please invert the book and see deflected arrow from 30 degrees south to 60 degrees south, it is getting deflected towards the left. Yes, from the original direction red arrow, the blue arrow, it is getting deflected towards the left. Same you can observe from 30 degrees south to the equator. It is from high pressure to low pressure the winds are blowing. Red arrow is pointing towards the equator. Yes, because it is blowing from where? 30 degrees south to 0 degree, that is towards the equator. And see the deflated arrow, that is blue color, it is changing its direction again towards the left. Yes, so what did we study from here? That in the southern hemisphere, come towards the explanation on page number 22. So whereas in the southern hemisphere, they get deflected towards the left of their original direction. So you have to remember, in the northern hemisphere, winds get deflected towards the right of their original direction, whereas in the southern hemisphere, they get deflected towards the left of their original direction. Hope you have understood this. So remember these. Then this direction has been shown by curved arrows in the figure. Yes, I told you the blue arrow, that is the curved arrow, is the arrow showing the changed direction, and the red arrow is of the original direction. So what causes this change? Yes, what causes why the wind are deflected? Due to the rotation of the earth, that is the rotation from west to east causes this change in the original direction of the winds. So have you all understood this? So please remember, the change is caused due to the rotation of the earth from west to east. So winds are changing their direction due to rotation of the earth. Now let us come to the figure 5.3. We are going to study now types of winds. See the paragraph. Winds are known by the direction from which they are blow. So there are types of winds and they are known by what? They are the direction in which they blow. For example, westerlies are winds that blow from the west. The direction of blowing, they have given just one example, one type of wind, that is westerlies, and it is the name has been given to that wind because it blows from the west. We are going to study in detail further the direction of blowing, the duration, the regions covered, and the condition of the air determine the following wind types. So let us see in detail the wind types. What are the factors, what are the conditions that determine these type of winds? They are the direction of blowing, in which direction they are blowing, the duration, for what time they are blowing, the regions covered, how many regions these winds are covering, and the condition of the air. How is the condition, whether it is low pressure or high pressure? All these factors determine the following wind types. Let us see the first wind type, that is planetary winds. Some winds blow regularly on the earth from high to low pressure belts throughout the year. Yes, on the earth's surface we see that there are some types of winds, they blow throughout the year. Whole year these winds are blowing. These winds cover a large portion of the earth, hence they are called planetary winds. Yeah, so these winds which blow all throughout the year and they cover a large portion of the earth, an extensive portion of the earth, such winds are called planetary winds. Why they are given the name planetary winds? Because they blow on our planet Earth throughout the year. Yes, and they also cover a large portion of the planet Earth. That's why the name is given planetary wind. For example, the easterlies, the westerlies, and the polar winds. So planetary winds are further subcategorized into three types: easterlies, westerlies, and the polar winds. We will see in detail in the next video. Thank you for now.